the nursing homes. Kids need to be in school so they can learn, and parents can work. So open the schools. Our state needs a governor who has a plan beyond staying shut down forever. So elect Dan Forest for governor. It's that simple. Paid for by the Committee to Elect Dan Forest.
This is News Talk 100.7 FM, W264CU Statesville, 105.9 W290 DK Mooresville, and 1400 AM WSIC Statesville.
WSIC News Time is 8 o'clock on this Tuesday. Good morning, I'm Renee Tomey. Your local forecast is next, right after Fox News.
And good morning. This is Bryan About Town here on News Talk WSIC for Tuesday, August the 25th. Waking up here, a little kind of overcast day today, and it feels great out. Went out for an early morning run, and kind of a little touch of fall out there. Maybe we're cooling down a little bit. Hope everybody's getting ready for a great week. Welcome. This is About Town, and I'm very pleased. Last week I had William Morgan with the Statesville City Council. Today I have Ward 6 City Councilman Frederick Foster. Frederick, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Glad to be here.
It's so good to have you, sir. Why don't we start out a little bit and give the listeners kind of an idea. William, of course, is at large. He kind of roams the whole city, so to speak, along with Michael Johnson. But you're Ward 6, so tell us, where is Ward 6?
Okay, Ward 6 starts on the East Side Drive area. You work your way down East Side Drive down to Salisbury Road, and then you work your way from Salisbury Road to, you go down Wilson Lee Boulevard.
Right.
Then you turn left and go down Shelton Avenue, and everything on the left side of Shelton Avenue, which is considered South Statesville.
Right.
That's Ward 6. On the left side, and then on the opposite side is Ward 3.
Ward 3. And the seat was formerly held by Keith Williams.
Yes.
Keith Williams was there quite a while, I believe.
He served one term.
He served one term.
Yeah, he served one term with the city, and then he served as on school board.
School board, that's right. That's where I was thinking he was an elected official. So I know that your world has kind of turned upside down since the pandemic. What you maybe thought about trying to accomplish, it's changed priorities a little bit, Frederick.
Yes, it has.
So let's kind of go down. The city, of course, had a moratorium on cutting utilities off,
right,
and so forth. But now the bills are coming due, and you wanted to talk a little bit about what the city is trying to do and encourage. Now, you're still encouraging people to go through the drive-through and go online to pay the bills, correct?
Right. And we just recently, they're going to be opening back up soon, so you'll be able to, there's a lot of people not able to pay online,
right?
So they'll be able to go back inside now.
Because I know right beside of the ABC store where I work is the drive-through line there, and August 1st it was packed. All day.
Yeah.
All day. So talk a little bit about what are some plans that the city has in mind to try to eliminate cutoffs?
Right now, the city is asking that if anyone is delinquent, to call and make payment arrangements. They do not want to cut anyone off, but they're willing to work with you to set up a payment arrangement or a payment plan to help get you back on track.
Right.
It's just a matter of picking up the phone or going up in person. We encourage everyone to do this because we don't want to see no one get cut off. But there's a lot of delinquent. I forgot how many they said it were. I think it was up to 400. The numbers might have dropped since the last I checked. But it's very important that you go up there and make contact. Don't wait till the last minute. Get it done. Make some arrangements. The city is really working with you. So.
I know we had the town of Troutman on, and also I've talked to the folks at Energy United. I think they estimate, and your numbers are probably similar, it's about an 8%, something like that, of the folks that are behind or needing assistance. So, and I know that we'll have Energy United on a little bit later. Thomas Golden. There's a lot there. They have some programs in place also to help people in need, and so I know that the city's priority is to keep people from, because a lot of people are struggling through this.
Right, and also they would direct you to different agencies that will be able to assist with finance.
Right. So we talked also about, speaking of finance, how much of an impact has the pandemic had on the city?
It took quite impact. Not able to do a lot of big projects, a lot of things that had to put on hold. Hopefully we'll see how things are going to look coming up this October, and then we'll see which direction we need to go.
Prior to you coming on the council, I know that there were many, it's probably a record number of votes that the mayor, who had the mayor on a while back, he had to break ties. But now it seems to be that the mayor's not having to break ties anymore. So, I mean, you talked about the working relationship you have with your fellow councilmen, and you think it's very positive.
Yes, it is. I talk to each one of them, and we'll call or sit down during the pre-agenda and try to work things out. A lot of times we don't agree. That's human nature. But we try to get along and try to come up with the best plan for the city, states to move Statesville forward. So.
Let's talk about officiate. I also put this to William, even though he doesn't have to vote. Now I'll put it to you too. Of course, we know during the pandemic, not only do we have the health crisis that we're going through right now, and trying to redirect some of our energies there, because obviously it had a big impact for financially with the city because of the occupancy tax, because the fewer people are staying in hotels and you're not collecting that revenue there.
Right.
But also during this time we've had some social unrest, and there's been some very peaceful protests here in Statesville. I marched in one of them, and also there's been debate about the statue, which is not the city's, it's the county.
Right.
So kind of talk a little bit about where do you feel, maybe privately and as a public official.
Well, I tried to explain this to many people about the statue. I've been getting a lot of emails about it. I told them that, the city council does not have no control over that. That's county, it's county property. And that they need to address those issues to the county commissioners.
Right.
A lot of them thinks that we can force them to put something on the agenda, and we cannot do that. I'm not sure what steps the county commissioners are going to take. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, there's a lot of people upset. A lot of people don't want it moved. A lot of people do. A lot of people didn't even realize it was there because they've been riding by it for years and never paid any attention.
Right.
Now, with all this going on, a lot of people are slowing down to look at it. So hopefully the county commissioners will make a decision on it, and hopefully this will go away and everybody can move forward.
Right. And, of course, if you do have a question for Frederick Foster, if you're a member of Ward 6, or anybody here in town would like to ask him a question about the city, it's 704-873-1400, 704-873-1400. Let's go back to a little bit about, let me ask you, because you graduated Statesville in 1990, and you've also been a policeman in Cleveland. You've been on the police side. And you see this social unrest. I mean, to me, I've been frustrated, I guess, because I thought a lot of this we would have been farther down the road addressing this. And it's like it's come back with a vengeance, just like the pandemic. So what can you do as a city official? I mean, I think, how would you rate Statesville as far as where we are, with race relations?
Always room for improvements. There has been some steps towards that, but we need to keep dialogue open and try to communicate better and try to be more understanding of each other. And, hopefully things will get better, but as time goes, it's hard to tell right now during this climate that we're in with so much going on and so much in the media. And
well, I mean, this horrific video that's circulating now from Wisconsin in Kenosha, with the policeman. I mean, all it takes is one incident like that to. It's a very delicate balance.
Right.
And I know I've talked to Chief Addison about it, and he's trying to do everything he can to improve, to be proactive, to improve community relations. So, would you give us a good score on that?
Yeah, out of score 1 to 10, I say we're doing about a 7. I don't want to say we're perfect, but like I said, we have a lot of work to do. I have to give Chief Addison some credit. He has been going out to community, doing community meetings. Did slow down due to COVID, but now he's picking it back up again. He's been doing this for a while. Our previous chief, Joe Byran, he started doing it as well. And then when he retired, David Addison came in and he took it up and moving forward with it. And like I said, we appreciate the job he's doing. Like I said, the state's police department is not perfect, but they're trying their best to work with the community and give the community in the city a good look. So,
because I know Chief Addison has some personal experience because he came from Durham and he was there during the Duke issue there with that thing. So he managed some of those situations or was involved in knowing what to do. So I think he's trying to get ahead of the curve from what I can tell right now. Another issue I'd like to dispose, and this is kind of the elephant in the room a little bit, is that we drive by the Vance Hotel, and tell folks a little bit about where does the city stand on that now? Where What I mean is it back even pushed farther in the back burner because of COVID or
Right now it is. At one time we had someone looking at to purchasing it, but right now with COVID, it kind of put it off track. But hopefully we get someone interested in purchasing it and do away with it. I hope.
because it's such a it's a huge building and
Right.
it's just it's just not being used at all.
Right.
And so what are some hurdles that has to be overcome, you think?
Just basically getting someone to come in to show some interest in purchasing and doing something with. We had several was talking about making a hotel out of it again. One was wanting to use it as a apartment complex. So you can do a lot with that building, but like I said, we're just gonna have to get some people interested in it and hopefully come in and purchase it.
So I think probably the biggest issue is making it financially viable from the private sector standpoint. I mean, somebody's got to make a profit, obviously, to make it work. And then it comes into the question is how much does the city want to invest in that partnership, or how much can they afford to do it? And now you may be behind the eight ball a little bit because of your income stream now because of COVID.
All right.
So what are some of the other projects that have been kind of put on a hold?
Well, right now, just a little bit of everything, but we're going to start hopefully picking back up soon. But the airport, we're going to do the expansion of the airport where we can have larger aircraft to be able to take off from there. To get more details on that, you can contact the airport manager. But yeah, we're looking at expanding that, and that right there will improve the airport and also bring in more revenue from that. So
right, so the airport's a pretty critical part of the
Yes, it
whole,
is.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is because I mean I think the airport was really poised to really grow even more before this happened.
Right.
So
right.
I would think that the flights in and out have decreased.
Well, it's starting to pick back up, and then we're selling more fuel, and that's how the city makes a lot of money off of fuel sales too. So
Right, because I know the Balloon Fest has been out there for years, and I know there's talk of taking over more of that field down there, so that will have to force them to make a change at some point too. Okay, so as far as utilities, you said that's been a thing that's kind of not only with the bills, but has it changed the way you're operating your utilities?
no, this changed the way we was collecting payments. Like I said, we wasn't able to go inside, but now we changed that where we open it back up, so not everyone can go through the drive-through. Or if you can't, you can use the drive-through or pay online. You can come inside and do it now. So
Okay, so as far as the long-term projects what would you like to see? Are there some projects you would like to see that you would like to tackle after we get kind of over this hump with COVID?
yeah, economic development. We got a lot of projects that's coming up. Not able to talk about because we're competing with other cities.
Right.
But we got some things that's looking pretty promising. Myself and Councilwoman Doris Allison, we've been working trying to get a grocery store back on the south side. That's looking pretty promising. Can't really go into details on that, but it looks pretty good. We got someone that's interested in purchasing property and wanting to build a grocery store now. So we are planning on putting a fire station. In fact, thinking about putting one out in this area here off of Radio Road. That way we have proper coverage. Won't have gaps in coverage in the city. Also possible maybe relocating Station 1. There's been talks of relocating that over there off of Monroe Street near Purple Heart Homes.
Right.
Like I said, we're doing a study right now, looking at all the options, what's the best for the city and which way to go.
One of the things that it's for the South Side, I think you've hit something on the head. It's so people don't realize not having access to fresh food. Not just having to go to the convenience store and get things. They're getting produce, getting meat, and that would add so much value to folks there that may not have access to go somewhere to get.
And that's one thing. While I was running, I wanted to make sure. I told people that was my main goal, was to turn that part of South Side back where it was, nice again when we used to have a grocery store. Right now we are a food desert, so hopefully if we get things changed around, we can get a grocery store, get retail back over there, and then things will change. There's been a lot of stores coming in. We got the new Advance, and little other stores in that area, but we desperately need a grocery store. So hopefully we have something worked out by the end of the year or maybe the first of the year, and get something moving. Like I said, it takes time due to COVID, but like I said, we've been working hard on trying to get someone to hopefully be able to purchase property from housing authority and then put a grocery store over.
You know, I mean, I think that is a priority for you down there.
Yeah.
And you also talked about, I know when I was reading your bio, when you were running for office last year, you talked about the importance of child care, especially now.
Yes.
For a single parent. So what can the city do? Can the city assist with that? What kind of things?
In fact, they're trying to work on something right now. I should have brought the information with me, but they are working with employees for daycare. And in fact, I think if you go to statesville.net, you'll be able to get the information. But the city is trying to work with families that are working that need child care. So.
Yeah, because if you're a single parent and you don't have a place for your child to go, and you're an essential employee, because I like to hear what Bill Russell from Lake Norman Chamber always says. He says if you have a job, it's essential to you because it's important to your livelihood.
Exactly.
But for those who definitely have to go into work and they don't have a place for their child to stay, especially if we're going back to virtual learning where they're having another issue. You know, that they've been talking about is some of the folks, and maybe some of the folks in your ward, if they want to do virtual learning, they may not have access to internet.
All right, and that's one thing I would like to see us get citywide internet. You know, where people who can't afford it, where their kids will be able to have access to internet, because a lot of the classes now, you know, are virtual, and also this will help them, you know, to keep up, you know, and do a lot of their homework and stuff.
Yeah, and I see my producer over there, Nakia, and you can always speak up, Nakia. She has some great questions here. One other thing I forgot to talk about, you know, another big elephant is the mall. So, and that is obviously not city property.
No, it's not.
And that's private investment has to do that. Would you like to see that turned into something different?
Yeah, hopefully we can get someone interested. You know, once the city starts growing more, hopefully someone will come in and be like, hey, I'd like to purchase that property or take it over and move in. Yeah, that's prime property. I'd love to see them all take back off again, because right now it's hardly anything there. So
you like to see it. It'll probably have to be some kind of combination residential shopping type thing. I mean, I would think it would be something, a hybrid of something. I mean, the traditional mall is probably not going to be like it was.
Yeah, right.
I mean, people have gotten so used to ordering on Amazon, ordering virtually. So, I mean, going into the brick and mortar, it's not as popular as it was, and for safety reasons. A lot of it's safety reasons. Now, the other question Nakia had is, what are you doing? Any kind of partnerships you're doing with the Boys and Girls Club?
I haven't personally did anything with the Boys and Club yet.
But I mean, they're an important asset in
They're
in your ward, aren't they?
No, they're in Ward 3.
They're in Ward 3, okay. But they're still providing an excellent resource, and I'm not sure we need to get them on here to talk about what they're offering during this time of COVID. I'm sure they can come in to play as far as help daycare, Nike, I would think. Yeah. I think.
And some of our local churches are doing a lot too. I know that several churches like Christian Outreach, the Cove, and several others have gotten together and helping feed families as well. So.
And one thing you talked about off air is you're very proud of your what about this award that you're offering or your
this is something
recognition?
This is something I'm doing on my own. What I'm calling it the Ward 6 Appreciation Award, and what it is, I'm just giving an award to people in the community that has made an impact in the community in our city that lives in Ward 6. They need to be recognized, including businesses and churches. And the way to get recognized is to send me an email through my city email address, or you can inbox me on my Facebook and just give a brief message saying, hey, you know, I think this person should get it because of whatever they're doing or this business. And whoever gets the most nominations, I'll pick from there. And then at the end of the month, I announce who the winner is. And I'm gonna do this monthly.
Every month.
Every month.
And if
start next month.
If someone wants to be nominated, how do they go about
They can contact me through my email address at flfoster, citystatesville.nc.net.
Okay.
Or you can contact me on my Facebook page, inbox me on my Facebook.
Right.
Frederick Foster.
So what do you think is the most pressing need for your ward right now?
So much. Right now we need the heart of Ward 6 is that we need a grocery store, real food desert. We need some more, hopefully, light industrial jobs. Transportation. There's been a lot of people that's wanting transportation. I'd like to improve on that as well.
Now, ICATs, not ICAT. Well, what is the county transportation?
The ICATs?
Yeah, that's ICATs. Now that's obviously not run by the city. That's the county. But that's available to the people in your ward, right?
Yes, it's available.
Okay. So can you envision the city participating in something like that?
I would love to see that happen. Hopefully that we can get something worked out because, like I said, there's a lot of people that don't have transportation. A lot of them do walk or maybe do Uber or get a family member to take them to work. So,
well, I know that during COVID, Uber and Lyft, my wife and I have used it before, and it's very convenient. But I know that there's been some hesitancy on some of the drivers; they're not as available.
Right.
I think, but it was amazing how accessible it was here in town, and it was a reasonable price.
Right.
So, okay. So what about? I haven't had the fire chief on. I want to have him on some too. Now he's recently been appointed, I think, because Spencer Lee left, and now it's
Andy Weatherman.
And he's been in the office about how long now?
A couple months now.
Okay. So any pressing now other than wanting to build the new the fire station? That's the biggest pressing need for the fire department right now.
That and pay increases.
The pay increase. Well, and that's now talk briefly, but we're winding down. We got 3 minutes left. But what is the position of the city now on pay increase? There are no pay increases.
There will be most likely. We announced during the first of the year, when COVID hit, that we weren't going to give out any pay raises. Now we looked at the budget again. We was able to give like the sanitation workers that was been below $15 an hour up to $15, and we're now working to work with the police department and the fire department. So not only did the fire department didn't get a pay increase, the police department didn't do it as well, but we want to do a pay study where we make sure that we get them where they need to be, and make sure that each individual firefighter, from captain all the way down, get the proper pay that they need. And it's done fairly. So,
well, is that part of the responsibility of the city council to help structure the pay grades? So you do a study, or somebody presents a study.
Someone presents a study. I think we can
city manager.
City manager can maybe contract someone, or we also got one from the Statesville Firefighters Association. They submitted one, so we have a lot of information to work with, so hopefully we'll be acting on that pretty soon.
Okay. All right. So what I will do is, if you need to contact Frederick, go to your Facebook page, your web page, and we'll get you lined up there, because lots happening in the city of Statesville, and we want to keep you up to date as much as possible.
All right. Yeah. And like I said, if you need to get in contact with me, all my information is on the Statesville website, Statesville.net, and any council member you want to talk to, you have the phone number and email address available.
All right, very good. So we're coming up to the bottom of the hour. Frederick, thank you very much for coming on News Talk WSIC, and thank you for all you're doing to serve Statesville during this very trying time out there. So at the bottom of the hour, I have Maureen Moore coming on after that, or Energy United, and all right here on News Talk WSIC.
out to them, and we're working out a payment plan with every member who's in arrears. So they don't have to pay it all back at once. We're giving them 6, 9 months, I think up until maybe a year, based on their situation. So, they can keep up on their current month's bills and also make small payments towards their back balances. So we're really hoping that's going to help them, because we know we have some members that still don't have jobs. They're in very challenging situations and just might not be in a position. Yet at the same time, we need to stay in business, and we do need them to catch up. But we're hoping by giving them extended time that it's really going to help them.
When I had the town of Troutman on, they estimated about 8 to 9% of their customers were having some struggles. I don't know if you know a number percentage-wise, but that's about what we're hearing at the city of Statesville, too. So do you have any kind of an idea of the percentage, or is that sound about right?
Yeah, ours is slightly, maybe a little lower than that. Out of our we have about 110,000 members, 131,000 or so meters. Mm-hmm. And knowing that information, we've got about between 11 and 12,000 members who are back on their payments. So, again, we're going to be working with all of them very, very closely to make sure they can, feel good about making the payments over the extended period of time.
Excellent.
So we're really encouraging that. And everyone, if they have any questions at all, they can reach out to our customer care team anytime, because, again, we value our members so much and want to work with them as much as we can to make this as easy as possible.
Okay. Well, very good. Now, Deborah, of course, you're working with the foundation there. So talk about, I know there's several exciting things going on there as far as some opportunities for your members and others from the foundation. So talk a little bit about what the foundation is doing during this time of COVID and what resources are available from the foundation.
Okay. Well, the foundation has been in existence since 1996, and we are committed to helping folks not only that are Energy United members, such that Maureen referred to our customers or members, but also those in the communities around our members. And so what we offer is a program where folks can apply for assistance for all sorts of bills, not only utility bills. We also often help with rent and mortgage, those kinds of bills. But we are committed to helping the communities we serve, not only our members, but the members that we have. Lots of them agree to round up their bill to an even dollar, and so that money is collected, and that's what the funding for the foundation is based on.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
So we take those funds that our members give, and we have a board of 9 directors that decide each month, how to disperse those funds. And so folks are able to apply, and again, this has been going on since 1996, but of course now it's more important than ever that we're there to help the communities that we serve.
Sure. And I would think the foundation, I really look at two sides of the foundation. You have things that folks apply for, like the Bright Ideas, which that is a component of the foundation. Is that correct?
No, that's a separate program. I think Maureen is over that, so she might speak more to the Bright Ideas. Yeah, but the foundation is strictly just, folks apply for needs. Basically, our mission is to meet unexpected, which of course these times are full of unexpected situations,
right,
and to help folks meet needs that they may have. And like I said, most commonly we help with rent, mortgage, and utilities, but sometimes we've helped with other things. We've helped folks, get, I guess one of the most unique things we ever did, we helped get a diabetic service dog for a couple of kids that were elementary age, that the community raised a good bit of funds for them, but they just couldn't get that last bit of money to get the dog in place, and there were 2 brothers, and
right,
so we helped with that one time. So we do unique things, but most commonly, and of course right now, our biggest thing is we're helping folks with those utilities and the rent and mortgage that they're unable to pay because of inability to work.
One of the challenges, I think, and I'm not sure how you guys could play into this, but a lot of the folks that the kids are working, remotely, or they're online virtual learning. Some don't have access to good internet, and which is making it a challenge for those. They're trying to set up ways, to have mobile hotspots or places where they can go and log in, because that's nice. Of course, you guys don't provide internet, so you provide propane and electricity, but I'm sure that folks could maybe apply for some kind of assistance through the foundation for things like that. I don't know, but that sounds like a really key need. Now, Maureen, for you, with the Bright Ideas, talk a little bit about how that's a separate program and how that can be really a bright light during this time of COVID.
Oh, absolutely, Brian. I'd be happy to. Bright Ideas program is across the state of North Carolina, and I believe we're the only state in the United States that offers this unique program for teachers. So for kindergarten through grade 12 teachers, it's a wonderful opportunity for them to reach out to their local electric cooperative, in this case, Energy United. So all listeners out there, if you are a teacher yourself or you know of a teacher, they can be teaching virtually, they can be teaching in the classroom. It doesn't matter. We want them to reach out for funding. Each teacher can apply for a grant through September 15th is our deadline. Mm-hmm. You can go online to get an application, and you can apply for $200 to $2,000 for the creative and innovative classroom. Or again, if you're teaching virtually this year and you need some supplies for a special project you're working on, fill out that application. Mm-hmm. We get the requests are, all across the board from a science teacher to an art teacher to an English teacher, a math teacher. It doesn't matter the subject. Even if you're a PE teacher and you need equipment for your activities, please fill out a grant. It's something positive that we can do right now to help our teachers, because I think we all value them so much, and this is an incredibly challenging year for our teachers, students, and parents as they start up the school year. So if we can brighten up their life a little bit, we encourage them to apply again for a Bright Ideas grant. They can go to our website, just type in energyunited.com/bright-ideas.
Right.
So again, it's energyunited.com/bright ideas. The application's online. It's pretty easy to fill out. And again, K-12 teachers in public, private, charter schools, any teacher that lives in our service area, or just like the foundation, or is a friend of Energy United, and they live close to our service area in a nearby neighborhood, they're also eligible to apply. So teachers, please, if you need some money to help fund a lesson that you're teaching this year, mm-hmm. please apply for a Bright Ideas grant.
Yeah, and people need to be aware. This is a great program, so go do that. And so you have two ways to Energy United can assist through the foundation if you have a financial need, but also if you have some great ideas if you're a teacher there. So this is how Energy United gives back to the folks. Now, did you say you had to be a member to apply, or no?
No. If they're a teacher that lives in or near our service area, we want all of them to apply. Because it is a statewide program, we're really supporting all teachers. Okay. So we've really opened it up to, we know they all have needs. So Friends of Energy United, we call our teachers that live in or near our service area, and we do serve all parts of Iredell County and 18 other counties across North Carolina. So yeah, I think most of your listeners are in or near our service area, and we'd love them to apply for a grant. And also, Deborah, if you don't mind, could you share why don't we share the email address and talk a little bit about nonprofit organizations that are also eligible to apply for a grant with the Energy United Foundation?
That is correct. We do help individuals and households, but we also help nonprofits in our area, and such as the United Way and some other organizations. Church. There's been some food pantries that we've helped recently, who are keeping people fed during these times when the income is off for a lot of folks. And so yes, you can email us at foundation@energyunited.com for either more information, to ask questions, to get an application. I can email an application to you through that. But yeah, foundation@energyunited.com is that email address. And we did recently help a couple of nonprofits, and we helped one in Statesville get some of those hot spots you were talking about, the need for good internet. We had a nonprofit that applied, and it's Speak Life and Live, and is the name of the group. And they help, I'm trying to think exactly the right term here. They help at-risk youth that are at risk for dropping out, that kind of thing. Okay. And they do a lot of different programs, but one of the things they've been doing during COVID is helping secure those internet sites for them. And so we help them with that and some hygiene bags that they provide to those folks as well. And we just funded that at our meeting last week. And we'll get those funds to them soon, and we're looking forward to them being able to serve the folks in the Iredell area.
So I guess that kind of answers my question. You don't have to be necessarily a member. I mean, if it's a nonprofit, any nonprofit can apply in your service area. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's how you're reaching out. And obviously that is, like I said, I can imagine that. And because I think we had some challenges earlier today with Zoom, I did hear on the news that there were some of the folks were having trouble with Zoom at times too. So it's just getting overloaded anyway. And I don't understand.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I don't know how they're meeting the need. Okay, let's transition just a little bit for both of you. I know we're getting into hurricane season. I know that Thomas warns me about using the H word there, but we have Laura roaming around in the Gulf down there, and Marco is kind of dissipated. But what kind of advice can you give your members about preparedness for a storm, especially during COVID?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Brian, because you're right. We're going into storm season now, and we always encourage our members to be proactive and, having a safety kit at home, whatever that might include for your family, for your household, maybe flashlights and food and bottled water. If you have a medical need in your home and you rely on electricity to charge up a dialysis machine or something else that you need, have a backup system. Make sure now you're checking your batteries, you're working with your, local, your physicians, whoever you need to work with, to make sure in the event your power was to go out for long term that you can take care of yourself and your family. We also encourage generators. We do actually sell generators as well.
Oh, really?
We have businesses, and we have households that have them. So if it's something any of our, your listeners are interested in, please have them reach out to our Energy United propane company, who would be more than happy to, answer any questions you have on a generator. They can call 1-800-522-3793. So again, it's all about taking care of you and your family. Don't wait until too late, until the grocery store shelves are emptied and they're out of batteries. Think about it now. Think about over the next several months what you and your family might need at home to stay safe.
So when you speak of generators, are you talking about the type of generators that actually can plug in and work with your house, with your whole house, or is it just like a smaller version? I mean, which are you just talking about?
Well, there's lots of different versions, actually. Many, many versions of the generators. We work with Generac generators.
Oh, yes.
And, and so I'd encourage anyone interested, just go to energyunited.com and click on propane, and then you can find information on, my goodness, hundreds of different products that we sell. Not just generators, but, for storms, that's probably your number one thing that you'd want to look at if you're in a position to invest in a generator for your home. And again, many businesses do purchase them as well, but it's something we see more and more of our homes wanting to purchase a generator. And, our experts will work with you to determine which generator is right for you and your family and your home.
Because the generator you're talking about, it runs off of propane, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes, they do.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, and also in that case, even though I might be in the city, I could still purchase that from you. Is that correct?
Yes, you could. Absolutely, Brian. So, if you have any interest, please reach out to us.
Okay.
We'd love to assist you and help you learn more about generators. Again, I think a lot of families, once you've been through one bad outage for an extended period of time, you say, gosh, I wish I would have had a generator.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. And also, in the event that you do lose power, you call you call a hotline for Energy United. How do you report that?
Well, you can, yes. We do, if you go to our website, again, we have a easy online way to report an outage as well. We have an outage map, so all of our members can see exactly where our outages are, just like we can. But the great thing is, Brian, we're going through a big project right now where we're upgrading all the meters for our members across our 19 counties.
Okay.
We're almost halfway done, and the cool thing is about these new AMI meters is that they will automatically report outages, and so the members won't have to call in. They won't have to go online. Yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh, so they don't have to call in. They don't have to call in. So that makes it easy. So if your power is out and you're a customer, a member of Energy United, then you guys pretty much already know they're out of power. Is that right?
Well, for the meters that we've upgraded, it's a 2-year project. We're over halfway through it.
Okay.
So we've got about half of our members that now have the upgraded AMI meter. Once we're complete with the project, which we hope to be done, I don't have the exact date, but it's sometime within the next 9 months to a year, then all of our members will have these upgraded meters and no one will have to report. So right now, if a member wants to know, some of them might know, we do send out communications to let them know in advance that we're coming out to their property to upgrade their meter. But yeah, we're very, very excited about this investment in this technology because it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to enable our team to more efficiently and effectively, tackle the power outages in a more timely manner. So, yeah, we're really excited about it.
So I would assume that you'd be able to look at, I don't know, is AMI on the meter? If you know, would you be aware if you have a new meter? I think it would look different than what you've been used to.
Yeah, they should be, yes. Although not everyone's familiar with the meters. But yes, if they have any questions, they can call us anytime, and we'd be glad to tell them if we've updated it or if they're on the schedule and it's coming up.
And please be careful when you're working around the meters. Don't do like I did. Gina wanted me to plant this shrub right near the meter, and I severed the cable. So we didn't.
Oh my!
So I had to go down, and of course I had to figure out a way to rig it until we got the Spectrum people out to fix it. But yeah, just be careful when you're working around the meters and so forth, and don't try to plug in a generator on your own.
That's right, Brian. Safety is a priority. It's one of our core values at Energy United for our employees, for our members. Safety is number one. We want everyone to be careful in anything they do. And I should send you a resource on Dig 811. It provides all kinds of tips and information on if you're, own a home like you and your beautiful wife Gina do, and you're looking at planting bushes or flowers or tree. It kind of explains all the rules and parameters that you need to follow for those type of things, and making sure you don't get too close to the power lines.
Now, and when you do dial 811, the dig line, who is that? Who does that? Is that a service you pay for, or is that just do you guys pay for that to ensure the safety of customers?
Yeah, I'm not sure, Brian, how it's funded, but it is available to anyone in the community to call anytime. I mean, that's
and it marks all utilities, not just ours. Yeah, it marks cable,
Correct.
gas, any of that stuff.
So, like, if I want to plant more shrubs, I just call 811, and they come over and tell me where I can dig and not dig. But I don't think there's a fee for it. I'm not aware.
No. It's free.
No, I don't believe there is.
And I think they do multicolored to tell you what's where and what's going on there.
Exactly.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're winding down here a little bit. So let's kind of review a little bit. Deborah, if to get in contact with the foundation, the best way is to go to your website, correct?
Correct. And also you can email foundation@energyunited.com is another way to reach us.
Foundation@energyunited.com. And Maureen, the Bright Ideas is open. The applications are open until when?
Till September 15th. So teachers do have some time. So if you're out there listening, teachers, or you know of a teacher, please be sure to tell them about it. And again, they can go to our website. The process is easy. It's all online. They just need to go to energyunited.com/bright-ideas to apply.
Okay, so it sounds like a winner. Deborah and Maureen, it's so good to have both of you here with me today to talk about all the wonderful things Energy United is not only do to keep the lights on, but what they're doing to give back to the community to make Iredell County, Iredell, Yakin, or there's several counties around that take advantage of Energy United. So thank you very much, ladies, for all you do. And we'll have Thomas in 2 weeks, or Adam.
Yes, I'll be in touch, and one of them will join you in a couple of weeks, Brian.
And
we always
hopefully
enjoy the opportunity.
Well, thank you, and hopefully my email will be back up. I got to send Mark Sanger a note right now to get my email back up. I'm sorry I didn't get that, and hopefully Zoom will be working good too. So, Deborah, thank you for coming on, and Maureen, thank you for
having
coming on Energy United. Okay, we're getting ready to wind down here on About Town. I see the man of the hours just walked into the studio, Pat Shannon, that wannabe scratch golfer. Well, turn on the mic over there, if you will. Yeah, I want Pat to be on my show.
Yeah, every time I hit a ball, I scratch my head. Well, I did that, so I'm a scratch golfer.
That you are.
There's a bit of activity in downtown Statesville this morning around 8 o'clock, driving in through Statesville, about 3 or 4 police vehicles,
there was something going on?
EMS, something going on.
Downtown?
And being the alert on the spot, I immediately got out of the way. Came to the station.
Now, is it something I'm going to see on my way to work to the ABC store? Is it down that way?
Well, no, it seemed to be on up, like maybe over to where, I'm not going to say a specific place because I don't know.
You couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell.
You just know there's activity brewing.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
well, see, Pat Shannon on the spot. So this morning.
I hope it's not the ABC store.
Well, we hope it's not the ABC. Well, I'm the first to call. They call me first. I get the call from the alarm company, Alarm Quest, whenever we get a call. So as long as I'm not getting called, we're doing pretty good. Of course, Tip's already at work. We know Tip
He's
Nicholson.
there. Tip Nicholson
Tip is taking care of
on the scene.
Okay, so we're coming up here at the top of the hour is the Home Ad Show, and you have a lot of things to do today.
Exactly, we have a lot of stuff planned.
Okay, and we
never get to it, but we do plan a lot of stuff. We have birthdays, anniversaries, stuff, giveaways, things like that.
So they obviously, you just call in 704-873-1400, and there's also a line. I think you're also joined by the 2 hours by some fellow listeners at Moxville. Is that still
WDSL in Moxville?
WDSL.
Yeah,
that's right. Now, are you still doing the call in? Now, this is not the day you talk about precious metals, is it?
Yes, right. In fact, Bill Brewer's with us every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Oh, so this is the day.
So he's now off Monday and Sunday. He
takes those 2 days.
2 days off in a row.
And I think
to count his medal.
And he offers a deal where he pays you a little bit more if
you're listening to Home Ad.
But you've got to listen.
Write down the magic code.
Write down the magic code here at Home Ad. So otherwise, you're staying safe, Pat. Everything going well.
Sure, we're maintaining social distancing. And all that stuff, especially when I'm fishing.
You fish?
All the fish are maintaining a social distance.
Well, that's one of the sports I think you can still do and be relatively safe.
Right, unless you stand up in the boat
and fall over.
But you're right. I guess so.
Are you now? You live down that direction, don't you?
Right at the end of East Mambo.
At East Mambo Road. Okay.
Right at the end.
So we're going to wind. I need to tell Mark. He needs to get my email. Fixed.
Let him know we need some copy paper, regular style.
Mark, we need copy paper. We need some bottled water.
Right.
We need some bottled water.
Bottled water.
What else?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure he's listening right now because I'm getting ready to wind down here. And it's Home Ad at the top of the hour. This is Bryan About Town here on About Town. Hope everybody's getting ready for a great week here in Statesville, Mooresville, Lake Norman, and the Iredell County. All right here on News Talk WSIC.